And coming up on DC News Now at 5, a Commanders player is shot in one of the district's popular neighborhoods. We'll have the latest in a live report. And it's the first day of school for thousands of students around the region. We look at what's being done to make sure your kids have a good year of learning. And later, the sale of new gas-only cars could be banned in Virginia by 2035. Why some lawmakers are trying to slam the brakes on this one. And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall. We check in now with meteorologist Damon Madsen with a look at the weather. Damon, it is hot outside, and no surprise because you told us it was going to be.
Oh yeah, Mark, it's a hot and muggy one. And then on top of that, we have some changes coming our way, including some active weather for the day on Tuesday. But checking in first on those temperatures, yes, it is a steamy one as temperatures did climb into the low 90s up and down the East Coast once again here. We're on a stretch now in the DC metro and DMV area where we've hit the low 90s for the last 6 days. It's not excessive heat in the middle and upper 90s, but nonetheless, it can wear on you, no question about that. Now, this cold front that's going to be arriving for us tomorrow is going to bring some relief in that regard, but it is going to be a bit active before we get that relief. We have a few showers popping up still across western Maryland, back into West Virginia, some very brief downpours. Otherwise, it continues to be rather quiet, but looking out to the west, you can see where that storm system is already having an impact. Thunderstorms forming up very quickly across the Ohio River Valley, back up toward the Great Lakes, and this is the same storm system that is going to be heading our way for tomorrow afternoon and evening. And with all of that heat, humidity out there, we just need a trigger mechanism to get those storms going, and that is going to be that cold front for tomorrow. So the entire area, as of right now, is under a level 1 risk out of 5 for severe storms. Now, this is likely to be upgraded as we move along here if the ingredients continue to stay in place. So we're keeping a very close eye on that. As of right now, it looks like damaging wind gusts of heavy rainfall are going to be our primary concerns tomorrow afternoon and evening, and some small hail can't be completely ruled out of the picture as well. So we'll be timing out exactly when those thunderstorms could roll across the area tomorrow and when we might start to see some cooler temperatures coming up here in just a bit in your full forecast.
All right, thank you, Damon. Tonight we're learning more details about the shooting that sent Commanders running back Brian Robinson Jr. to the hospital. It happened on 8th Street around 5:30 p.m. Sunday, and we have team coverage tonight with Sports Director Derek Forrest. But we begin with DC News Now's Marielle Carbone, who is on H Street, with the latest from police. Marielle.
Well, police say that Robinson Jr. was coming out of a location here on 8th Street when he was approached by 2 armed teenagers. Now, he was able to wrestle a gun away from one of the teenagers, but that is when the other suspect shot him twice. Now, this is being reported and investigated as an attempted robbery. We know violent crime, it is up in the district by about 3%. Still today, Police Chief Robert Conti says that people should feel safe in this area and across the city despite that uptick, because overall, crime data as a whole, so that is all crimes happening in D.C., has remained steady.
But we want to continue to focus on these things that are making community members feel less safe. And these things like this, when you talk about people using firearms in communities, that make people feel unsafe. And we want to be there to support community members, but also lock up bad guys and hold them accountable for their actions.
Now, Chief Conti says that the 2 teens took off in a vehicle after shooting Robinson. It was found in Prince George's County, and MPD is working with its partners in the county to investigate this case. Now, that getaway car, it was actually reported missing in Prince George's County just a few days ago on the 26th. Another note, this area, 8th Street corridor, it is a targeted area for the nightlife task force, but Conti says unfortunately that task force doesn't come out till later in the evening, and we know that this incident did happen around 5:30 on Sunday. Reporting on 8th Street corridor, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Marielle. And now we bring in DC News Now Sports Director Derek Forrest to talk about what happened at Commanders practice today. And Derek, I can assume the talk was all about Robinson Jr.
Mark, you're exactly right. In terms of what happens on the field, we're not necessarily sure because there's no timeline for return for Brian Robinson. But this incident honestly is more than just what is happening on the football field. It goes way beyond that and highlights a bigger problem around the country. Luckily, Robinson posted to Instagram that he is fine after getting out of surgery Monday, saying surgery went well. Thanks for the prayers. Now, after practice Monday, head coach Ron Rivera spoke to the bigger problem around the country and D.C., gun violence.
This continues to be a nationwide epidemic, gun violence, and I think, we really got to start getting to the point where we start talking about gun safety. We can't make this a partisan issue. This has to be something that everybody has to work on together in our communities throughout the United States. And it can happen. It just shows you can happen anywhere and to anybody. So it's something that we need to work on and come together to be able to solve.
Well, coming up at 6 p.m., we're going to hear from Robinson's teammates and what they had to say about the incident. Mark.
All right, Derek, thank you so much. Well, news from Western Maryland tonight. A third teen has died from a car crash near Hagerstown, and all three went to the same high school. DC News Now's Stephen Cohen, who covers Washington County for us, shows us how the community is coming together.
The third of three Clear Spring High School student athletes succumbed to his injuries from a highway collision. The accident occurred after the car they were in collided with a tractor-trailer last Thursday night on Interstate 81. The three were on their way to a movie theater from their hometown about 15 miles west.
The good thing about Clear Spring is how close we are. You know everybody.
The town has rallied with loving support, with small businesses taking up collections to help the families.
If something happens to one of the children in the town, we all love them. The boys even came in here. The one boy's sister worked for me. They're like family, so we all have to be one and love each other and get through this.
Some say the intersection on Interstate 81 where the accident took place is among the most dangerous in the nation. There was a fatal crash at that same location just 4 months ago.
All the churches are here to support the families and their friends and all the students at the school, along with Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Memorials of flowers, stuffed animals, balloons, and sports equipment were assembled on the athletic fields at a stadium memorial service last Friday night. The tragedy here evokes memories of a similar one about a decade ago. A Clear Spring High graduate was also the victim of a deadly traffic fatality. He had just earned his rank as an Eagle Scout. Reporting from Clear Spring, Maryland, Stephen Cohen for DC News Now.
Stephen, thank you. A Maryland man associated with the Proud Boys group has been sentenced to more than 4 years in prison for his part in the January 6th attack. Joshua Pruitt encountered then Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer as his armed security detail led the New York Democrat to safety. That's according to law enforcement officials. Prosecutors recommended a 5-year prison sentence for Pruitt. They described the aspiring Proud Boys member as an intimidating symbol of the mob that attacked the Capitol. In Montgomery County, a car on fire crashed into a townhouse on Orchard Ridge Drive. The driver of the car has life-threatening injuries. One person was rescued by a neighbor, and another was rescued by first responders. The fire spread to 4 different units.
Too early to be able to identify that. That's why collision reconstruction is here, as well as fire investigation.
And just so I'm clear, the way that the car is aimed at the house would be going against traffic on this street, right? That would be accurate to say?
Don't have any information as to how it led to circumstances we find.
The cause of the crash remains under investigation. In Montgomery County, students are back in class. DC News Now's Lex Juarez spent the morning in Rockville to find out how everyone is preparing for another successful school year.
Excitement in the air as students head back to the classroom, and here at Rockville High, they're fired up about it. A warm welcome for students as they kick off the school year. A pep rally to get things started, and the superintendent and Board of Education president jumping in.
This is exciting to us. You know, the energy that is in a school the first day is incredible.
I am so happy that our students are coming to school this year, not under a cloud of COVID-19, but with an increased awareness of what to do to keep themselves safe and others, but excited that we're at this point that we are now.
Getting to this point hasn't been easy. The school system had to face staffing shortages and concerns of school safety leading up to today. But enrollment is up. Schools are now 99% staffed, and education leaders are feeling good about the year to come. It's that momentum that kind of carries you through the rest of the school year.
It really does. It really does. And for me, it's the possibilities of what the year could bring.
In Montgomery County, Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Well, after a long summer break, many students started the new school year this week. The commute could get a little rough as many are getting back into the groove. Well, Prince George's County officials are reminding parents and students to stay vigilant on the roadways. Drivers are reminded to slow down, and pedestrians are reminded to use crosswalks when walking to and from school. Also, pay close attention to
drivers slow down in those school zones, and be careful to allow your student out curbside. So as you drive up, let them out, not into the roadway.
I want to point out that there's a crossing guard shortage within the county, and if you are interested in working as a guard, contact Prince George's County. Well, Alexandria police have arrested a man they say shot an innocent bystander over the weekend. 21-year-old Takaisi Sims has been charged with malicious wounding, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and unlawful discharge of a firearm. The shooting happened near Pendleton Park before 8:30 p.m. The victim, a 38-year-old woman, suffered minor injuries and is expected to recover. Sims is being held without bond. Well, staying in Virginia, fire has torn through parts of a home in Fairfax County. It happened early this morning on Elder Avenue in Springfield. Crews from Fairfax County Fire and Rescue and the Alexandria Fire Department were able to put out the fire. One person was injured. An update to the launch of the new moon rocket. The countdown to the launch of the NASA's Artemis 1 mission is on hold until Friday at the very earliest. A fuel leak and an engine problem during final liftoff preparations led to NASA calling off the launch. And it's been 50 years since NASA's last trip to the moon. Today's test flight was going to put big plans in motion with the goal of getting people, specifically women and people of color, to the surface of the moon by 2025. Now, this flight will not have any people on it, and Artemis is not just going to the moon and back. This mission will take about 6 weeks from start to splashdown.